Okay, this time I'm going to be talking a little bit about how you can continue to be involved with conservation work and with looking after ponds in general. So next slide, please. Heard it briefly mentioned before, the idea of a pond champion, and I know some of you did attend the talk that David gave a couple of weeks ago about pond champions and their role. So the idea is that we'll have a network of pond champions. There'll be volunteers for the Wildlife Trust, and there'll be people who have maybe been involved in the project or have particular interest in ponds and want to help other people to look after their ponds and manage their land. And so we'll create this network of pond champions across the county, and they'll be able to support communities and landowners with looking after their ponds. Slide, please. So pond champions could do a whole range of things, very much dependent on what the pond champions are interested in and what the demand is. So ecological monitoring, that could be continuing with the freshwater habitats trust style monitoring that we did through the project. Geological monitoring, again using the same forms that previously used to develop that data set that we already have on ponds. There could be an idea to adopt a pond if there's a pond in your local community or in a community in the county. And you could be going checking on the pond, finding out who owns it, looking at the management of it, getting a local community involved with looking after it, and essentially adopting it, and being a point of contact. So if we're being contacted by people who want to do more for their pond but don't know where to start, we'd like our pond champions to be that first point of contact who can go out into the communities and be a known community figure where people can come to them, ask them questions. They don't have to know the answer. There's no requirement for them to be a pond expert, but they can be there as a signposter who can direct people to another source or provide that help themselves where they can. Educating. So whether that's educating within their local community or within local schools, it's very much up to the pond champions where their interest lies. And then finding more ponds. As we heard, there are thousands of these ponds all over the county, and we know that we haven't found them all. And so we'd like to carry on mapping them, maybe go and look at some of those other ponds that were on the walking surveys that didn't get surveyed in the last couple of years, and determine whether or not they are heritage ponds, and find some of those ones that might not appear on the maps that do exist, that we just haven't found yet. So that's kind of what it might mean to be a pond champion. If you are interested in becoming a pond champion, or you want to learn more about the Pond Champion Network, you can contact myself or Dave as project manager. And then next slide, please. Those of you who have been involved in the project, we have amazing volunteers. We don't want to lose you all. And I'm sure Beth would agree. I've put up some slides about volunteering with the Wildlife Trust, but I'm sure Beth would take them with the Earth Heritage Trust just as happily. Next slide, please. So you could join a practical conservation work party. Already quite a lot of our Ice Age pond team have been out doing practical conservation work. This was a group on our Sturts Nature Reserve. But there are other volunteering opportunities. So our charity shop in Ledbury is always after volunteers. And the engagement team have released a number of different roles in the last week or so. So we've got wildlife watch leaders, nature tot assistants, volunteer wild play rangers, and the children love to be pond dipping. So there's always that connection to the ponds there. And there's other volunteering opportunities on the website. Next slide, please. And many of you will probably have heard me talking about our Teamwilder initiative at some point over the last few months. We launched this in October, and Teamwilder is a community engagement initiative to get more people taking action for nature in their local communities. We'd like to see 1 in 4 people taking action for nature. So one way you can join Teamwilder is to sign up your local community group if you're part of the group, or if you know of a group you might like to join. They can sign up to our map on the website, and they'll get a quarterly newsletter. They'll get invited to community meetups where they can meet other community groups, learn what they're doing. We can share experiences, share resources, and share expertise. And we're just trying to build up a network of community groups who can share that knowledge that is out there, because there's so much already happening. And as we heard about the nature networks, we really want to create that connectivity between these different groups. Next slide, please. You can sign up as an individual as well. So these are a couple of entries on our individual actions map, where people have said what they've been doing in their gardens. So someone's built a pond in their garden, someone else is building hedgehog houses and bug hotels. This is very much about allowing people to share what they're doing in their own back gardens or in their own communities. So if you do want to sign up to Teamwilder, as I said, there's a quarterly newsletter, and we've got lots of resources on our website, which is ever growing as I add things to it. Things like funding opportunities, different websites for helpful resources, biological recording, websites, activities. Next slide, please. And that was all I had to say. Any questions? If you want to find out more about any of those, you can contact me on s.p@herefordshire.wt.co.uk. Thank you.